This is the nourishment provider robot for the Tremendous 4 group project for reforestation for FSE 100, Introduction to Engineering. There are five motors that control each portion of the movement and the agitation and the dispensing of the liquid. There is a resistor to simulate a GPS receiver, which does not exist within Tinkercad, unfortunately. And there are two switches that simulate a high and low level sensor, respectively, which do not exist within Tinkercad. Looking at the code, I had to include a library at the top for the GPS, and I did simulate that code, but it is not used in here because there is no GPS sensor itself. It is simply low all the time. I have defined all of the variables that go along with this. I have used the void setup to create the serial connection, as well as define all the different pin modes. And at the initial start for this, it does say simulating GPS data to show that it is simulating the GPS data and not taking actual GPS data. The code in the very beginning checks every 1,000 seconds to see if there is new GPS data. In this, it simulates that GPS data every 1,000 milliseconds. It then breaks out the latitude specifically, which is useful for other parts of the code. In this code, I do have this GPS serial section here, which is not necessary. It is only there to simulate if there was an actual GPS receiver inside the robot, which is not the case here. In the actual robot, there would be one. It then checks to see if the latitude and the previously saved latitude are different. If they are greater than 0.01, which is less than 1 minute but larger than 6 feet, it then will check the drum to see if the drum needs to be filled. It will fill the drum. It will then agitate the solution for 30 seconds. After that is done, it'll dispense the mixture and then continue on and report that the current status is good to the remote app, which we do not have built for this application. If the GPS data is not different from the last saved GPS data by at least half a minute, then it will then move the robot for 1 second. I have all of the actuations with the exception of the agitation set at 1 second to simulate 1 unit. 30 seconds of agitation is to ensure that it is mixed completely. It also periodically checks every 2 seconds to ensure that there is not a low level of water in the drum, and will agitate the mixture in the drum and dispense and agitate the mixture in the drum as necessary. This is the section that I use to simulate the GPS data. It is in NMEA format, and the specific part that I built is for the UTC time because my previous iteration did not do it correctly. And down here for the latitude, it simulates a change in latitude, which is what I'm using to show that the robot has moved. For the simulation, we can look at this here. You can see it starts and it says that it is moving the robot because it is at a 0 location. It is sending it that it is good, right? If I set this sensor to low, it will then detect that there is no water in the drum. It is low, and it will fill it. Once this sensor hits high, it'll then detect that the drum is filled and it will agitate here for 30 seconds. Once this agitation is done, it will then dispense for 1 second, check the GPS data, and move the wheels as necessary, and repeat that process until it is done. And that is how this robot functions. I am waiting. There we go. Now it is moving the robot again. And that is it. Thank you.